Let me first welcome Tanya Burton and the Diet Doc. Tanya?
You're used to that stuff.
I know. Thank you. Okay. How many of you have ever asked yourself this question? Why can't I lose weight? Raise your hand. Okay. Very frustrating. So today I'm going to share with you the secret to permanent weight loss, and it's all based off of one concept. And after you understand this one concept, you're going to be so relieved. You'll never have to do a fad diet ever again. Okay? I am a nutrition coach, and I also teach Women Warriors Boot Camp. So my women. So a few months ago, I was finishing up a 3-week boot camp challenge, and at the end of the challenge, I had one of my women beelined me, and she was so upset and angry with me, and I'm like, oh gosh, what's going on? And she comes up to me and she goes, Tanya, why can't I lose weight? You know, I'm working out more, I'm doing your classes, I've done them 3 times a week, I've yet to lose 1 pound. Why can't I lose weight? And I could see like the frustration in her eyes and just feeling hopeless and defeated. She's doing all this extra stuff, working out, getting more activity. She's not seeing any results. And I felt her pain. And I looked at her and I just smiled and I'm like, just come in tomorrow, come get an in-body scan, and I'll explain what's going on. Okay. So she comes in the next day and she gets her scan and I go over it. And it's really awesome. I'm going to grab this sheet. Okay, it looks something like this. It's really neat to see what your body is made up of because we're all different. So I'm kind of going over it like this is how much water you have in your body fat, yay, muscle mass. And so I'm going over the entire thing and then I go up to the very last part right over here. This part right here, it's gold, okay? If you understand this one concept, you will be set for life. I wish everyone in Sedalia would come in and just get an in-body scan and they'll understand what's going on. So we get to the very last part and I go, all right, your BMR, your basal metabolic rate is 1,400 calories. And she like looked at me and her eyes popped out and I had to put them back in because she had no idea what basal metabolic rate was. And so we start going over it and I go, your basal metabolic rate is 1,400. So what does that mean? That means if she were to lay in bed all day and not move, her body would naturally burn 1,400 calories just to keep her alive. So I asked her, okay, what if I made you eat 5,000 calories for the next year? What's going to happen to your body? It's a lot of food. She's like, I'm going to gain weight. Exactly. All right, what if you eat 1,400, maybe even a little bit less? What's going to happen? Well, I'll lose weight. Ding, 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 ding. Right? It's that simple. Notice I didn't tell her what foods she shouldn't eat or things she should avoid or a type of vegetable or fruit or restaurants or social events. It doesn't matter. Because at the end of the day, what matters is how much calories you consume that day. Is it over your BMR? Is it at your BMR? Or is it lower? So just for fun, I'm like, let's start tracking how much you're eating. Just for fun, let's just do this. It's like, okay, yeah. Get out her phone and I set her up on MyFitnessPal and I put in 1,400 just to make it simple. I'm gonna have her at her BMR. I go, just try this for a while. Let's see what happens. She's like, okay. So the next day after class, she like slowly walks up to me and she goes, oh, Tanya, I got a confession to make. I go, uh-oh, what'd you do? She goes, you know how much I love breakfast? And I go, oh yeah. I mean, she goes all out, like it's a 3-course meal every day for breakfast. And she goes, I was eating my breakfast, and after I ate it, I started plugging in all my food. She goes, my breakfast alone was 1,400 calories. I'm thinking, what is she eating? And can I have some? Can you invite me over? Because whatever's 1,400 has to be delicious. But she quickly realized, wow, I had 1,400 for breakfast. That doesn't count her lunch, her dinner, her after-dinner desserts, her midnight snacks, her anything like that. So that was a huge wake-up call for her. So my 6-week boot camp challenge starts, and she signs up, and after her first week, she runs into my class on Friday, and she jumps up, and she's like, I'm down 2 pounds! And I'm excited for her, because I'm like, yes, she's been trying so hard to lose weight, didn't even lose a pound. 1 week of tracking, she's down 2. Okay, everyone else looked at her like she was crazy, because she just like ran up there and said that. But I knew her story, and I go, yes, keep going, just keep tracking. So she got really good at tracking, and even went on some trips throughout the summer. And at the end of our 6-week boot camp challenge, I'm about to like explain an exercise, and she runs to me and like gives me the biggest hug, and I like kind of get knocked down. And I look at her, and I go, what's up? And she's short, so I have to look down at her. And I go, what's going on? She goes, Tanya, I'm down 10 pounds and I'm eating cake. And I go, yes, this is amazing. How great is that for her to be losing weight, running to me with a huge smile, and saying she's eating cake? Like, that's amazing. That's what I want to hear. And it was just a really great moment. And so I kept working with her, because you have to learn a little bit more than just calories. You have to learn the whole mental side about nutrition, about your health and everything. So I coached her each week. After 3 months of working with me, she is down over 20 pounds. She is pre-pregnancy weight, which is really awesome, because we all know it's a little bit hard to get off. So she says she actually looks better than before she got pregnant. She has so much confidence and happiness, and she's one of the strongest women in my class. And I looked at her, and I'm like, try not to tear up, because I'm like, oh my gosh, she did it. She was so frustrated for so long, and after 3 months, after 3 months, she did it. She doesn't have to diet anymore, nothing. Sorry. Don't you cry. You're going to cry even more. But I looked at her and I go, oh my gosh, this was me 3 years ago. I felt hopeless. I felt defeated. No matter what I did to lose weight, I couldn't. I was just mad at myself. I hated my life. I hated everything. And it wasn't until I understood this one concept of calories. Like, it's so simple. And I figured out what my BMR was. And I had a coach that trained me and taught me all this stuff, what to do to lose weight. After 1 year of flexible dieting, which is what I teach, I lost 50 pounds. I kept it off. I'm the most happiest person ever. I have so much energy. And I only had like half a cup of coffee because I'm scared and I was nervous today, okay? So this is all pure energy. But I just have so much confidence, and I travel more because I feel better. And I go shopping and I buy all these clothes because I feel better. I don't hate the fitting rooms anymore. I'm enjoying life. And for me to pass that along, it's so rewarding. So anytime somebody comes up to me and they're like frustrated and they're about to cry because they hate themselves, I'm like, oh my gosh, no, I'm going to change your life. This is amazing. Just sign up. We're going to work together, and before you know it, in as little as 3 months, your life is going to change. So that's why I'm so passionate about this. I've seen how much it's changed my life, both nutrition and exercise. And my ultimate goal is to take away this frustration, this overwhelming, and all these questions of why can't I lose weight? Why do I hit a plateau? How do I maintain the weight? Because there's nothing worse than regaining everything you just lost. And through understanding and getting all these tools that you need, that's my goal, is to teach you all this. And as I teach you everything, before you know it, now you're feeling happier and confident with yourself and your food decisions. Okay, and you're living life with passion again. So, thank you.
All right, do you have any questions? Yes.
I'm interested to learn about your training in order to train others.
Awesome.
What did you do?
What did I do?
Your training. Yeah, you're like you're a
Background.
nutritional coach?
Yeah.
So,
So what did I do to get
How
here?
did you learn to do that?
right, what's your training?
I had like 8 coaches, and I did self-study. And then now I work with a team. The diet doc, he's actually the creator, Dr. Joe Konzeski. He's the creator of flexible dieting. So I teamed up with him, and I have 5 doctors on staff, and he has over 200 locations. And so I'm taught underneath him as well.
Is there a certification for this, or for you to do what you do?
Yeah, you have to go through a NAMS course and get certified in nutrition.
Question.
We have, business students here. Can you tell us a little bit about starting up your business, and is it a franchise that you have to buy into with the Diet Doc, and then
Yes,
how did
it
you
is.
launch that business?
Yeah, it is a franchise, and how did we launch it? I have my marketer here, my husband. A lot of it is social media marketing, and then once you get a lot better at what you do and provide good service, and you get referrals, and then you just start building from that.
Where are you located?
Downtown Sedalia on 4th Street.
If somebody just wanted to come in and do that scan, how much is it?
It's $20. So you come in, get a scan, and then I go over the results with you.
Does insurance pay for that?
Does not. I know it should. One day.
For the sake of the students, when you graduated from high school, what was your planned career path at that time? And you talked about where you were at in your physical, mental situation to want to make a change, but what was your career path prior to where you are now?
I had no idea. Okay. I actually counted, and I had over 21 jobs until I found what I love to do. So I just kept trying new stuff. I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I ain't staying in that job. So I just kept going and going and going. And I always had a passion for fitness. I kind of didn't know where to get started. Luckily, I was overweight, because that really made me get started. And before I knew it, I found flexible dieting that I fell in love with. And I'm like, oh my gosh, everyone in the world has to know this. So it just started with just following a little bit of passion of what I had and kind of researching and really diving into it.
How many clients do you have now that you work with?
Currently in a month, or like how many have I coached?
Oh, in the average month, and how has it increased as well?
Anywhere between 40 or 50 women.
Being one of your clients, I think, could you give us kind of a background on like how you differ from other programs where like you meet with me one-on-one and everything's tailored to your people specifically?
Yeah, I'm very personal, and I customize what you're going through in your life. Because what she's going through, you're going through something differently. So it doesn't make sense for me to make a cookie cutter here, go do this, it's one size fits all. It's not realistic. What I do is I coach you through your life, what's going on right now, and I'm going to help you through that. So that's what's different, is I give you the tools to overcome, and after you overcome all these struggles, it's not struggle anymore. Your weaknesses now become strengths, and before you know it, you're breaking up with me because you're like, Tanya, I don't need you anymore. I'm pretty awesome on my own now, like Jennifer. She doesn't need me anymore. But that's my goal.
Are your Diet Doc services available to men and women?
Yes, they are. Either one. I just gear more towards women because I could just relate a little bit more. But I mean, a calorie is a calorie in every single person's body. So if you just understand your BMR, and I have a lot of men and husbands and brothers come in, and they at least get their in-body scan so they know where their BMR is. And every time I check up on them, like, hey, how's your husband doing, or your brother? Every time they're like, oh, they're down 10, 15, 20 pounds. And it's just because they understood that one concept.
Since you've been in business, is there anything that you've learned about the business side that you wish you would have known from the start?
Good question. No, I don't think so. I do a lot of self-study and research and constantly learning. So, I did kind of all of my research before I even got into the diet doc, so I was kind of prepared on what to do.
So that's kind of the question that I have. From when you decided to do it
Yeah.
to now, how long before you were opening your doors and having clients?
Not too long, like 2 months. But
So you had some financial ready before then as
oh,
well.
of course, yeah. Kind of. I'm just kidding. No.
Explain what you mean by flexible dieting.
Awesome, great question. So it's exactly what it sounds like. It's flexible. Eat what you want, stick with your goals, you're going to lose weight. So with my client that I was talking about, her goal was not to go over 1,400 calories, right? And I told her, I don't care if you eat 1,400 calories worth of salad or 1,400 calories worth of donuts. I mean, you might have a tummy ache after eating all those donuts, but at the end of the day, if you just consume 1,400, that's all that matters. Obviously, you're not going to feel as great. But for all my clients, I teach them the 80-20 rule. 80% whole foods, 20% whatever you want. Because if I were to just tell you, hey, eat clean, only fruits and vegetables, how long is that really going to last? You know, it's not realistic. You want that ice cream or the chips or whatever. But if you can eat healthy 80% of the time and then 20% eat just a little bit of what you want, you're not deprived, you feel good, you had that piece of candy. You know, if it's 50 calories, is it going to make you fat? No. So I just teach on eat what you want, but track everything and try to hit your goals. Does that make sense?
All right, the last question we always ask is, what can we as a community do to help you?
Cool. You can come in and get an in-body scan so you know what I'm talking about. It's really neat to do. You kind of get addicted to seeing like all the changes and how much weight you lose. They're all nodding their heads like, yeah. I get on it like every day and nothing happens and I need to stop doing that. No, but it's really neat just to see what's going on with your body. Even the younger people, I wish I would have done it when, you know, I was right out of high school or first year of college. But it's really just neat to see what your starting point is because so many of us don't even know like where to even begin. You get your in-body scan, you see your BMR, you know where to start. So come and get an in-body scan.
I would say sign up for a boot camp.
Oh, and a boot camp! Come work out with us. It's super fun.
All right, let's give Tanya a hand.